Hello, and welcome to day number 4 of Flower Craft Festival. Today we're going to create a super cool shaker card in the shape of a flower. If you haven't heard about hashtag Flower Craft Fest, for August we've got 9 projects for you. And there are several crafters taking part in this collaboration, including Monika, Paper Mel, Marta, Lisa, Katarina, Benita. We also have Denise and Lisa joining in as well. All the links are in the description down below. For today's project, I'm going to use my digital collection called Colourful Easter. All the links are in the description down below. Here is the beautiful flower shape I cut using my Cricut Maker 3 and using that beautiful design paper from my Colourful Easter collection, I cut all the petals. And before I assembled them, I decided to actually use the top layer, which I also cut as well using my Cricut Maker 3. If you'd like to get this SVG file, I left the link in the description down below. To be honest, I use my design space to actually adjust it a little bit because in the SVG file, you only get the outline of the flower. So I played with it in the design space, so I've got the outline, which means I actually use the contour and I deleted all those pieces and I also offset it just to make sure it is exactly how I wanted, because later on we're going to use some double-sided foam adhesive, and that's exactly what I wanted. So here, as you can see, I've got all my petals ready from Colourful Easter Collection. If you'd like to get those design papers, I left the link in the description down below, together with the link to the free calendar for August with all the prompts. So if you'd like to take part in our challenge, all you have to do is to look at the calendar and create something with flowers and use that hashtag FlowerCraftFest on your social media so we can see it. So our first bit is ready. Now we have to create the middle part here. So again, I'm going to use the leftover from the design paper and I'm going to use that yellow bit. I'm going to place it under the paper. Now, as you can see, it is so much easier to trace it. And I'm going to use my scissors. I'm not going to be perfect because that is not the way here. I'm going to cut that circle slightly bigger. One will ever see it later on, which I think is really cool. How often do you create shaker cuts? Do you have your favorite style? If you do, please let me know in the comments down below. So when I'm happy with it, I'm going to use my one and only liquid glue, magic glue, and I'm going to adhere it on my card base. Really cool idea so far, right? If you do have Cricut Maker 3 or Scan and Cut or maybe any other electronic machines, I really encourage you to take it out and create some beautiful makes, because within minutes you can create absolutely stunning shaped cards. So when this is ready, as you can see, I've got the top layer ready and I use 300 GSM white card for all those elements. Here, I'm going to use my red liner tape. I'm going to put it on the back, and when this is ready, I also cut the flower shape using the acetate from my stash. How often do you use acetate for your shaker elements? If you have a better trick, please let me know in the comments down below. Here, I took off the backing of the red liner tape. Now I'm going to place the acetate. And this is very crucial whenever you create shaker cards. In the past, I also used some bits of transparent packaging for shaker elements, and yes, you can do that as well. So when this is ready, all we have to do now is to add some dimension. You can do it on your card base or you can do it here. And I decided to use it where we can see all the lines just to make my job easier. If some of the acetate is actually on the sides, you can use your scissors to adjust it, because with acetate it is so tricky to place it perfectly. But if you have a trick how to do it, please let me know in the comments down below. And what do you think about our hashtag Flower Craft Fest? Would you like to join in? If you do, create a beautiful flower make using that hashtag and put it on your social media. And don't forget about my free calendar from Buy Me a Coffee website, where you can see every single prompt for all those 9 tutorials. And don't forget to check Benita, Katarina, Lisa, Marta, Mel, Monika, Paper Mona, also Denise and Jenny, because they create some absolutely stunning projects. All the links are in the description down below. So here I've got another flower shape, and that will be the back of my card. So I've got my scoring board, and I'm going to create top flap. Super quick and simple. So when this is ready, now it will be time to fold and burnish that score line. And when it's ready, I'm going to use my one and only liquid glue, magic glue. And if you'd like to get it, I actually found it on Amazon. And I left the link as well in the description down below. So it is nearly mid of August, and I wonder how many floral card making projects have you created? I'm really curious. It is always a good idea to burnish your shaped card at the back as well. So this way, the front and the back are going to be adhered forever. And what I really like about this card, it stands proudly on a flat surface. So now as you can see, the top layer will work with that acetate. Now we have to add the dimension as I told you earlier. So I'm going to use my double-sided foam adhesive. If you do have some cutting dies to create beautiful shaker cards, you can also use some foam, bigger pieces as well. You don't need to use the adhesive, and that will work really well as well. However, I don't really know how to do it on my Cricut. But I noticed that when I use acetate to cut it using my Cricut Maker 3, it actually, with the blade, went there twice, which I think is really cool because that acetate is 220 microns, which is pretty heavyweight. So now, as you can see, I'm actually moving around that double-sided foam adhesive. And what's very crucial about any shaker element or shaker cut is that the tape has to touch. Because if you do leave some gaps, all those shaker elements will go everywhere. And that's what we try to avoid. That's why I don't use any glitter in those shaker elements because glitter is tiny. And even if you have the tiniest gap ever, it can go everywhere. And that's what I really wanted to avoid here. With that tape, as you can see, you can make it as narrow as you want. That's why I absolutely love to use it. And even the smaller elements can go around the circle in the middle. And then I went shopping yesterday, I have to tell you, and I got some shaker elements because I didn't really have any. And today I decided just to use the shaker elements instead of using my Cricut to cut some elements. So I got this one from the local shop. We like it. There is variety of colors and shapes. So here I've got like crescent moon shape with the gold color, and then also some white sequins and flower shaped sequins as well. And I thought that was such a good idea, especially for this card. As you can see, I decided to put those sequins here, and then I decided against it. So everything is going back to the tube, and I'm going to place those shaker elements where my foam adhesive is. But first, I'm going to take off the backing because if you put the sequins, that will be so tricky later on. I'm really trying to avoid to touch the adhesive so it doesn't move. And even if you put some sequins, I actually encourage you to do the same. And it's always a good idea to actually look from all the sides before you put sequins because that backing is white on that foam and it's very tricky to see it. So I'm starting with those gold crescent moons and then I'm going to add those flower shaped sequins. Do you have any shaped sequins in your stash? Please let me know in the comments down below. I also got some purple butterflies, but that is later, so stay tuned because I will definitely create a project with the beautiful purple butterfly shaped sequins as well. And here I really wanted to create some color variation, so I've got that white, pink, and so on. extra interest in the gold inside. If you do have any sequins on the tape, now it is the time to take them off, because if you adhere that element, they can actually go somewhere else, and that's what we want to avoid. I always add few drops of my liquid glue on top of the tape, because in time that tape is going to be super dry. If you add few drops of liquid glue, that will stay adhered forever, which I think is really cool. And now precision, precision. You have to be as careful as you can to put those two elements together, and always, always burnish it very, very well. And I'm really happy with the placement, so I'm going to burnish it again. The card stands proudly on a flat surface, and again I'm going to burnish it just to make sure everything is adhere where I need it. And at this point I thought I really need some bling for my card. And from my stash I decided to use some pink and purple gems, because that will go so well with that colorful Easter design paper. So what do you think about this? And at this point I thought that gold in the middle is a little bit lost. So to add even more interest to it, I decided to add some pearls. And if you want to get it, I also left the link in the description down below to Amazon where I got those. And I have to say that I absolutely love those pearls. They come in so many beautiful colors. And now the card is complete. There is plenty of space to write your message inside. Here, I didn't put any sentiment, because it can be for Mother's Day, it can be for birthday, name day, as a thank you card, literally whatever you want. Please let me know what do you think about this shaker card. And don't forget about our hashtag FlowerCraftFest. And please go to Benita, Katarina, Lisa, Marta, Mel, Monika, Paperona, Jenny, and Denise. All the links are in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to check our YouTube channels and comment under all the videos. And I really hope to see you for day number 5 very, very soon. Have a wonderful day and happy crafting. Bye for now.